Tonight on KRCB Live, local power folk trio, the Timothy O'Neill Band. British pianist and composer Helen Jane Long. And folk legend Roger McGuinn. That's all tonight on KRCB Live.
I've been down this road before and I've seen the streets. Swear to God they don't mean nothing to me. Not like my own family, not like sunlight shining on the street. Life moves so fast that it frightens me. Though young I seem, I certainly won't always be. I know my mortality is something like a vapor in the wind. So if the blood in my veins ceases to pump to my veins, if the air in my lungs is restrained, last beat causes this ground beneath my feet to rise up 6 feet deep overhead. I would thank God for all the friends He blessed me with, the stupid stuff we did as kids. There's nothing I regret these days, stepping stones in a giant maze of life. And I've been down this road before and I've seen the streets. Swear to God that'll mean nothing to me. Not like my own family, not like sunlight shining on the streets. So if the blood in my veins ceases to pump to my brain, if the air in my lungs is restrained, and if my heart's last beat causes the ground beneath my feet to rise up 6 feet deep overhead, I'll give 3 long cheers for all those things that I've all grown to fear. I'll give a round of applause to the world. I'm singing 3 cheers for extinction and 3 cheers for nuclear war. Give a round of applause for the systems and 3 cheers for Diana Long. Come on! Give a round of applause for the system and 3 cheers for nuclear war. Give a round of applause for the things you to fear. Trust there's nothing to fear anymore. Yeah, 3 cheers for Virginia and 3 cheers for what she just said. Give cheer for the things that we've all tried to fear. Trust there's nothing to fear once you're dead. Give 3 cheers for Virginia, 3 cheers for what she just said. Give cheer for those things that you've all grown to fear. There's nothing to fear once you're dead.
I've been playing live music for almost about 10 years now. I grew up in Southern California and started playing punk rock in Riverside County. And then when I actually met both of these guys at Sonoma State University, and we've been friends for quite some time. Like I said, Brian and I started playing about 2 years ago together, and then Jake just recently joined the band a few months ago. I used to play the guitar full-time in the band, but now that we've got this strapping in lad, we get to expand a little bit, so it's nice.
That first record that Tim put out solo, God, I mean, it was like rock and roll with a folk edge, I'd say. And I'd say the new style, the new tunes we've been writing and playing are more folk rock with a punk edge.
And bluegrass edge with the banjo. Power folk.
Power folk? Yeah, I kind of like that.
Like, we do this because, you know, if the cameras weren't here, the recording wasn't here, we'd still be doing it. So we just feel blessed to be able to step on, or at least speaking for myself, I feel blessed to step on stage with my two best friends, have them to the left and right of me, and it's something I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
I've been trying to write this song for years, my God, it's been so long. The sun has finally set its sights on you. So I stare into the distance, 'cause it feels so magnificent, like you do, like you do. I've been trying to work this out, but my mind's spinning round and round. I think that it just might be your perfume. So I'm matching with this attitude. This rambling man's got nothing left to do for you. Come on. So I want to win you, traveling through my part of town. You won't be alone in this, but you know, so don't come around. I want to win you, traveling through my part of town. I won't be alone in this, but you know, so don't come around. And I will break 1,000 hearts, and trust me, baby, it's just a start. This vengeance shall be swift, but not so kind. And for all the fallen lovers I have heard, this is nothing personal, it's mine. It's just my disguise. So I want to win you, traveling through my part of town. You won't be alone in this, but you know, so don't come around. I want to win you, traveling through my part of town. You won't be alone in this, but you know, so don't come around. 2, 3, 4. I wanna love you, but I don't know how. You wanna show me, but you're never around. If true love comes easy, then why is it so hard to love one another when you're so far apart? 1, 2, want to win you, I'm traveling through my part of town. You won't be alone in this, but you know, so don't come around. Yeah, I want to win you, I'm traveling through my part of town. You won't be alone in this, but you know, so don't come around. 2, 3, 4. Thanks, guys.
it's very accessible. It's what I hope people feel from it is very easy to listen to, easy to enjoy music. Is my preference to how people see it. I'm a cellist as well, and I love the sort of bass resonance of the instruments, and I just like combining the two, and the upper parts, the violin parts, do so much that the two cellos just lift it a bit more. So it just seemed a perfect combination to do both two cellos and violins. I use, when we recorded in Air, which is the studio that was owned by George Martin and the Beatles, and we used a slightly bigger group of string players for that, but the same sort of balance of cellos. I think when I compose even away from the visuals, if I do it with the visual TV or film stuff, I'm always having things in my head and visuals and images that help me create the music. And I also use it as a way, rather than using words, I use the music to express, so it has a lot of emotion in it, for me anyway. Next piece we're going to play is called One Day.
Crimson flames tied through my ears, growing high and mighty traps. Countless fire and flame and road, using ideas as my map. We'll meet on edges soon, said I, proud neath heated brow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. In a soldier's stance, I aim my hand at the mongrel dogs who teach. Fearing not I'd become my enemy in the instant that I preach. Existence led back confusion, both mutiny from stern to bow. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. Yeah, half-rack prejudice, plead for it. Rip down all hate, I screamed.
lies that life is black and white, spoke from my skull I dreamed. Romantic flanks of musketeers, foundation deep somehow. I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. But I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now. I've been doing it for, since 1973. Oh, then I was in a group for a short time in 78 with two of the old birds. And aside from traveling with my own band, which I did in 1991 when I did a Back from Rio album, I've been pretty much solo like Pete Seeger, where he just goes out with him and some instruments.
That was a good model.
Well, he was my role model because when I was a kid, I used to go to Chicago's Orchestra Hall and watch Pete. And I'd seen him in the Weavers, and the first time I saw him solo, I was a little skeptical. How's he going to pull this off without the other band members? But he was great. He had the banjo and the flute and the recorder, and he had a 12-string guitar and a 6-string guitar and probably, I don't know what other instruments, all kinds of instruments. And he got the audience into 3-part harmony, divided them up, and it was like a circus. Things were just crazy. I went, wow, that's what I want to do. And I've been trying to do that all my life pretty much, but I'd always get into these bands. I have a preservation project on the internet called the Folk Den. I noticed back in 1995 an absence of traditional music. The new folk singers were basically acoustic singer-songwriters, and they were doing good stuff, but it wasn't the old sea shanties, the cowboy songs, the blues, the songs that I grew up with. So I thought, what's going to happen when Pete Seeger dies? He's 93 now, 92. So I started putting them up on the internet for free download. I thought that was a good way to distribute them worldwide, kind of free publishing, get them out there with lyrics, the chords, a little story about the song, and a picture, kind of like a coffee table book of folk music. And it's been going very well. It's sponsored by the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and they've been sponsoring it for the last 15 years or so. Here's a song that my wife and I put together from an old Irish blessing. A friend of ours sent us a plaque from Ireland that said, "May the road rise to meet you," the old story. So I was looking at it one day and I thought, I wonder if anybody's put a tune to it. So I came up with a little tune. We'll do it now. Summertime, the sun would shine, we'd lay across the field, sheltered in the shadow of a tree. We'd write our poems to take along and sing out on the road. And you would always sing this song to me. May the road rise to meet you, may the wind be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your land, and may the rain fall soft upon your face until we meet again, and may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Through the winter days our tree would shiver in the wind, waiting for the warming touch of spring. I'd hold you in the firelight, we'd stare into the flame, and this is what you always used to sing. May the road rise to meet you, may the wind be at your back, may the sun shine warm upon your land, and may the rain fall soft upon your face until we meet again, and may God hold you in the palm of his hand, and may the rain fall soft upon your face until we meet again, and may God hold you in the palm of his hand. All the airlines break guitars. I was coming back from France and they broke one of my nice acoustic 12-string Martins. And fortunately, I'm friends with the people at Martin, so I was able to take it to them, and they said, bring us all the little pieces and we'll glue it back together. And they did. And it's not quite the same, but I thought, what if I didn't carry a 6-string and a 12-string? What if I could get the best of both guitars in one guitar, the one guitar that would do everything? So I went to Martin, and I talked to Dick Boak, who's the artist relations guy there, and told him my favorite part of the 12-string was this pair of strings here. It's the G string pair. It's a low and a high G string octave apart. Because this is a trick I learned from George Harrison. He used to play like down the neck, up and down the neck on that pair of strings, because it's got a lot of punch. See, if you go, it doesn't have as much punch. So I would play the lead from turn, turn, turn. It's like, sounds kind of like a 12-string when you do that, but it has the advantage of being more flexible. Like a 6-string, you can bend or do little runs on the bottom. Bluegrass, you can do things on it you can't do very well on a 12-string because the other strings will get in the way. So it's kind of like a Swiss Army knife of a guitar. Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Take me for a trip upon your magic swirling ship. All my senses have been stripped, and my hands can't feel to grip, and my toes too numb to step. Wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere, I'm ready for to fade on to my own parade, cast a dance and spell my way. I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you.
You push me through. The love that tears us apart still beats deep, deep down in my heart. Deep, deep, deep down in my heart.